All right, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Jackie Bello, and I'm the Programs Manager for Debbie's Dream Foundation. Thank you to our generous COVID-19 resource and support program sponsors, Merck and Bristol Myers Squibb. We present you with episode 3 of our Mind, Body, Spirit series. Today's episode will feature Zayda Vallejo, a certified mindfulness-based stress reduction instructor, trainer, and consultant, who will lead us through some education around mindfulness meditation and a guided practice. I'd like to thank Zayda for joining us today, and now I'll turn the presentation over to you.
Thank you, Jackie. And thank you, I'm deeply grateful for the opportunity to be here, to be part of this beautiful family at Debbie's Dream Foundation. What a vital work you are offering to the community in this very important area. So thank you, and thank you to all of you who are attending from your homes, from wherever you are, who are attending this presentation. I honor the fact that you're taking time of your busy life to take care of yourself. We always find time for our obligations, and it is very hard to take time for ourselves. So big appreciation for taking the time to connect and to take care. I will begin with a meditation. We'll have time for some reflections about that meditation. And we have also a PowerPoint about very short, very brief, to orient you about the psychological and physiological consequences of stress, and how can mindfulness help to cope, to hold things in a different way, so they're not so taxing, they're not so heavy. And then the most important part, I like to offer you some very small practices that you can weave into your daily life. A minute here, a minute there, so you can live your life with more kindness for yourself, with more compassion, with more emotional balance. So the invitation now is for self-care. We're going to begin this meditation, but before I begin, I'd like to invite you to stand up, to lie down, to move, to do whatever you think is appropriate for you to be here now. And if you decide to do this meditation in a sitting position, knowing that you can ignore my guidance. The key question in this meditation and in your life, if you can remember it, is what do I need to do to take care of myself now and now and now? What do I need to do to take care of myself? And honoring that, because many times we know what we need to do, but we don't honor that. So the invitation is to honor the answer that arises for you. And only you know. No one else knows what is best for you moment to moment. All the work in mindfulness is based in present moment awareness. Here, this moment, the next moment, because it is only in the present moment that we can learn. We cannot learn in the past. We cannot learn in the future. We can learn from the past, but we cannot learn in the past or in the future. This moment, this precious moment, is the only moment that we can learn, that we can grow, that we can transform ourselves, that we can change only in this moment. So if you have decided to do this meditation in a sitting position, closing or lowering the eyes, whatever is most appropriate for you at this moment, or if you like to leave the eyes open, that's also fine. So settling into your body, bringing your attention to the body, and sensing how do you need to sit right now to be present and at the same time comfortable. So you can, if you like, you can place your hands on your lap or on your legs, the feet, the soles of the feet planted on the ground with a stable base, like sitting like a mountain with a solid base. And from the base of the spine upwards, with a sense of elevation, a sense of uplift all the way to the crown of the head. The chest is open, noticing if the shoulders are close to the ears and softening the shoulders. Softening the face, we hold a lot of tension in the forehead, in the jaw area. So bringing your attention to your face and seeing if you can soften the face, softening the shoulders, softening the fingers. We don't realize, but we hold a lot of tension in the fingers. So softening the fingers, softening the belly, softening the whole body. And taking a few moments to notice any thought. So bringing your attention to your mind, and with curiosity, a sense of exploration and kindness, noticing, like if you were watching a movie, noticing what is it that is happening in my mind right now? What is the movie that is playing at this moment? No need to change anything, to do anything. It's like you are standing on the bank of a river, noticing the water flow. Maybe the water is peaceful, or maybe there is some turbulence, some agitation right now in your mind. Are there thoughts of anticipation? Maybe there is a story that is going on and on and on, like a broken record, a memory, something that you need to do after this meditation, this program. Just becoming aware of whatever is in your mind right now, like a witness that observes with no interpretation, no judgment, just observing. And now moving your attention to your emotions, how you feel, asking yourself, what am I feeling right now? What am I feeling at this moment? Seeing if you can detect any emotions, any feelings. Maybe there is a bit of fear or some anxiety or grief, sadness, frustration, anger, or joy, gratitude, forgiveness. Regardless of the type of emotion, it could be pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. Seeing And if you can allow yourself to feel, to sense what is here now. Our normal way of working with emotions is to reject those that we don't like. If I am experiencing anxiety, the normal reaction is to try to push it away or to counter it, deny that it's there. So at this moment, even if it's only for this moment, these few moments, then if you can place the welcome mat, allowing, opening to that emotion, whatever is here, positive, pleasant, unpleasant, neutral, with that intention. And sometimes it's only an intention. It cannot be, we find that we don't have the resources to do it, and that's okay, but at least to have the intention to hold in a spacious container, big container, whatever is here, any emotion. Without rejecting anything. Our suffering arises from rejection, from, from not wanting whatever is here to be here. So seeing if you can, only for this moment, if it's possible, to open and allow. Welcoming the fear, the anger, the irritation, the joy, the beauty, the love, anything, any emotion that you find that is arising, that you become aware. And moving your attention to your body and seeing if you can sense the emotion in your body. Our emotions are reflected in our bodies, in our body sensations, but we hardly notice that process. So bringing the attention to your body sensations now, noticing if you can feel, and where do you feel the joy, beauty, the forgiveness, love, or fear, frustration, impatience, sadness, grief. Where in your body can you sense it? Is there a place in the middle of the chest, the pit of the stomach, where in the shoulders, in the throat? Where can you sense the emotions that are present right now? What else? What else are you noticing now that you're paying attention to your body, to the sensations in the body? Maybe there is tiredness, maybe there is discomfort at this moment, or even pain. What else are you detecting at the body level right now? Can you sense the points of contact this moment? The body resting on the floor or supported by the chair, the contact of the soles of the feet with the floor, and you sense those sensations. The soles of the feet resting the floor, supported by the floor, your body supported by the chair if you're sitting. What else are you sensing right now? Inhabiting the body, grounding in your body right now. And noticing the movement of your body with the breath. Noticing how with every in-breath and every out-breath, the belly moves, the chest. If you like to place one hand on the chest, another hand on your belly for a few moments to sense that movement of the breath. You are breathing already. Everybody here is breathing. So for a couple of moments, sensing tangibly that movement of the breath in the belly, in the chest. Maybe you sense the movement of the air coming into the nostrils. You can bring the hands back to the lap or resting on your legs, whatever is most comfortable, and continuing with your attention place on the sensations, the movement of the breath. Wherever you can feel it most vividly. Selecting one place to feel that movement. The belly, the chest, the nostrils. No need to manipulate the breath. And no effort is required. You are already breathing. So just becoming aware of what is happening now. Aware of the in-breath. See if you can notice the very beginning of the in-breath. The beginning, the middle, and the end of the in-breath. And the pause, the small moment of stillness before the in-breath turns into the out-breath. And you sense that small gap, and then the out-breath, and a moment of stillness at the end of the out-breath. Beginning, middle, and end of the in-breath. The pause, the gap, and then the out-breath. Allowing the breath to flow freely. And sometimes it's difficult to pay attention to the breath, so you can use sounds as to pay attention to sounds as the anchor to keep you in this moment. So sounds in the room where you are, the sound of my voice, the sound of the breath, any sound that you can sense. If you're finding that the breath is producing a little anxiety, you can switch to sounds. No effort, just listening to sounds. Allowing yourself to rest and nourish yourself in this quiet time. Nourishing, nurturing yourself. Resting in the awareness of the breath or awareness of sounds. Whatever is most appropriate for you right now. And the invitation now is to offer to yourself anything that you've been waiting another person to offer you. Sometimes we wait for our partner, our children, our co-workers to appreciate what we do or to accept us the way we are, to approve of ourselves. And we live our lives begging for love, begging for acceptance, begging for appreciation and approval. We don't realize that we can fill our own cup, and especially with what has been happening in this past year and a half, that maybe those people that we're waiting to have the love and the appreciation and acknowledgement that we desire, they may not have the resources. They may be very depleted at this moment. They don't have anything to give. So seeing if at this moment you can offer to yourself appreciation, approval, kindness, unconditional love, allowing yourself to imbibe anything that you've been waiting for, giving it, extending it to yourself at this moment, and allowing yourself to drink it. To fill yourself with appreciation for all you do for so many, not waiting for another to appreciate what you do. Appreciating yourself for all that you do for those around you. Accepting yourself exactly the way you are, with all your beauty and with all the parts that hold some darkness, the parts of all of us that are imperfect, that we need to illuminate. Accepting ourselves with all exactly the way we are right now. Extending compassion and kindness and unconditional love to ourselves. Befriending, embracing ourselves deeply. Any way that you find at this moment that is appropriate for you to care for yourself, to honor yourself. And extending kindness and compassion to those dear people in your life, from this heart filled with kindness and gratitude, extending anything that at this moment you can think of to those dear people in your life, covering them with good wishes, and all the benefactors, sending gratitude to the neutral people in your life, so many people that are benefiting you and you don't know. They cultivate the food that you eat, transport what you use. So many, so many, so many millions of people that we benefit from their work, but we will never meet. Those neutral people in our lives, extending kindness and compassion and good wishes to them. And extending kindness and compassion to the people that are challenging in our lives, those people that are difficult for us. Many times are also those dear people in our lives that can become quite challenging at times. So think if at this moment you can extend kindness and compassion and wishing for their heart to soften and open, and for their hearts to be taken care and to access, for them to access the love that is in their heart. And to all beings in all directions, in all dimensions. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings have the sustenance that they need, all levels. May all beings be well. May we dare to be happy with all the difficulties in our lives, with all the craziness in our lives. No one has the perfect life. May we dare to be happy with all the difficulties that we have in our lives, regardless. May we commit, we allow ourselves to be happy. May we be peaceful. May we protect our peace of mind. May we be careful not to put our peacefulness in the hands of people, places, or situations. May we protect our peace of mind. May we be well. And now bringing your attention back to your body, noticing any sensations, sensing into the body again and noticing whatever is here to be noticed. Sensing into the heart and noticing if the heart is a little bit more open, or on the contrary, the heart may be closed and aching. Sensing into your mind again and noticing, is the mind peaceful or agitated? Just noticing whatever is here now. Coming back to your breath, feeling the breath again, noticing the movement of the breath right now. The in-breath, the out-breath, aware of sounds, sounds in the room where you are, sounds near, sounds far away, sound of my voice, the sound of your breath. Just here for a couple more moments before we end this meditation. And when it's appropriate for you, opening gently the eyes, bringing your attention back to the screen, and stretching the arms, moving the shoulders. If you like to stand up, doing whatever you need to take care of your body right now. aware of the transition. And the invitation now is to place in the chat anything that you would like to offer about this meditation, anything that you noticed, anything that you discovered, anything that is here, anything that arose during this few minutes of meditation. You can make a comment through the chat function if you like. And we'll be here for a few moments in case you want to reflect something, any obstacles, difficulties, and then we'll continue with a few educational points about stress and mindfulness, the benefits of mindfulness. So the comments can be also verbal. Jackie or Brittany, anyone that if you like to offer something about what did you notice, what did you experience in these few moments of paying attention to your internal world.
Now, one question that came through is, how can I help with distractions?
Can you repeat that, Jackie?
How can I help with distractions?
Aha. So in your case, let's is this your own question about distractions?
It was submitted.
And distractions, when you were meditating, Jackie, let me ask you a couple of questions. Did you notice your mind getting distracted?
I did. It's hard. It's hard to focus in the moment. And then once I kind of let go and had to remind myself to sit and focus in the present moment.
And so how did you work with the distraction, Jackie? What did you do to work with those distractions?
For me, breathing in and out helped.
So you noticed that your mind was distracted, your mind went to the house, your mind went to, this is what minds do, right? Minds go here and minds go there. And so you notice your mind going someplace else. And then you went back to the breath, did you say?
Yeah.
You connected? Okay, wonderful. And what happened after that? After you came back to feeling the breath or connecting with the breath?
My body was able to relax. My shoulders relaxed, my arms relaxed. I felt like the heaviness of my limbs.
Okay. Thank you so much for mentioning the process, because what you mentioned is what happens. Sometimes we have this notion that if I'm going to meditate, my mind is going to be peaceful, my mind is going to be blank, no thoughts. And that is an illusion. Mindfulness meditation is about noticing what is present. So my mind, I'm noticing that my mind is here and my mind is there and my mind is this project and this thing that I need to do. This is how minds operate, right? And whenever we notice that that mind went to the office or at home, we bring it back to this moment. What you did, Jackie, you brought it to the breath. And then maybe for 1 second, and then the mind goes again, and we bring it back.
Yes.
And every time, our work is to bring it back and bring it back right here to this moment. This is the moment that I have using the breath, using sounds, anything that keeps me connected to this moment. So we use different tools of awareness. These are different objects of awareness. Could be the breath, could be sounds, could be sensations in the body, many things that we use. The contact, points of contact. Let me feel my hands. The sensations in my hands are right here. If I'm going to feel my hands, the sensations that I'm experiencing are not in the past, are not in the future. Sure, they're right here.
Absolutely.
So thank you. Thank you for illustrating what happens. So there is no way that we can do this in a way that is not appropriate. You know, it's always, we notice the anger, we notice the sadness, and we work, we just notice and feel what is there, and use the breath or something to help us notice and ride the waves of difficult, and come back to the present moment again and again to balance ourselves.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I wonder if we at this moment could move, take a few moments to explore the PowerPoint, Jackie, these few slides. Do you think that this will be appropriate at this moment?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. So the question that some of you may have is, you know, I have heard about mindfulness. Maybe many people here could have been practicing mindfulness for ages. And for other people, you know, I have heard about mindfulness, but what is it? What is this mindfulness thing? So let's go to the next and explore what is this. So one definition, John Kabat-Zinn, a molecular biologist working at UMass Medical School over 40 years ago, found that he was practicing meditation and yoga, and being in a hospital and in a medical school, became very interested what happened to patients. Are doctors able to help all patients? So what happens to those patients that don't receive, the doctors are not able to help? And so he went to many different clinics, and he found that there was a great number of patients in each clinic, especially the pain clinic, that no matter what the doctors did, they were not any better. And so he created this program called the Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction Program. And he defines mindfulness. So he was the person that really brought mindfulness. Mindfulness is thousands of years old. It's part of the Buddhist philosophy. But John Kabat-Zinn brought it into the medical field, and it has gone into every possible area that you can think of, into the corporate world, into education, many fields. So his definition of mindfulness is awareness cultivated by paying attention. Everybody here knows how to pay attention, otherwise you wouldn't be here. By paying attention, but paying attention in a particular way. On purpose, having the intention to pay attention in the present moment, non-judgmentally. Non-judgmentally, or with acceptance, with kindness, with compassion. You can substitute non-judgment with any acceptance, opening, with softness, with curiosity. Okay, so let's go to the next. So what are the benefits? Why dedicate time to do this? The benefit, this program for the past 40 years has been, it's an evidence-based program, because from the very beginning, being housed in a in a university, a research university, research began from the very beginning. Every year, the studies have grown. Last year, over 1,500 evidence-based studies were published in the field of mindfulness. And most people begin to practice mindfulness for self-regulation. We are not feeling well. Something is happening. physically. We have chronic pain, we have cardiovascular problems, or we have psychological difficulties, we have depression, we have anxiety, we have fear. That's certainly why 20 years ago, I began to practice this program, this MBSR, or mindfulness-based stress reduction, because I was experiencing anxiety, a lot of anxiety. So most of us begin to practice mindfulness for self-regulation, to work with symptoms that we are experiencing. And then also, the studies have shown that it's beneficial for decreasing depression, anxiety, insomnia, for pain management, improves the quality of life. The improvements in biological markers. The cortisol levels are measured saliva to determine the stress levels. And improvements in neuroplasticity. The studies in the past 15, 20 years finding that our brain is plastic, and that we can rewire the brain. So a lot, I taught for many years at Harvard studies where there were brain MRIs of the brain before this is an 8-week program, before the classes began and after the 8 weeks. And there were comparisons of the brain, the structure of the brain, the function of the brain with questionnaires. And there is so much published that you can just Google MBSR or mindfulness and you'll find tons of information if you are interested in this area. So let's move to the next one, the next slide. So this is all attentional training, training our mind to be in the present moment. Our mind is used to be in the past, dwelling in the past, dwelling in regret. Why didn't I do this? Memories, or the future. What if this happened? And what if that happened? And hardly we live our life in this moment where we are, where the body is, mind and body in one place. So the work of mindfulness, this is attentional training, but with compassion, with kindness for ourselves. And why do we practice? We practice to self-regulate, to support others in their journey. What do we practice? We practice paying attention, to pay attention, to be in this moment. And how do we practice? With kindness, with compassion, with curiosity, with befriending ourselves. This is very, very hard to learn to really have compassion. Self-compassion is one of the most difficult things for all of us to learn. Let's go to the next one, please. And also a big source of stress is how we communicate with others. So learning to listen mindfully, listening with compassion, listening to ourselves first, listening to our internal world with compassion, patience, kindness, curiosity, and listening to others, listening with presence, curiosity, with an open heart, with the intention to understand and to care. Because when we begin to pay attention, we notice that we listen with judgment. We listen with we cannot wait to give advice when we're communicating with another person. We just a little bit of space and we interrupt the other person. We want to, it's only me, I, me, mine. we really don't make the effort to understand and to care for the other person that we're communicating with. And so I want to please emphasize these 4 questions whenever you're working with someone dear, offering you support. And in general, these 4 questions, pausing, taking a moment before you talk and asking yourself, is what I'm going to say, is it true? Is it true what I'm going to say? Is it beneficial for this person? Or am I just talking because I want to feel better? I just want to, I'm upset and I just want to feel better myself. I just need to say this. And I say what I'm going to say with kindness, with compassion. And is it timely? Is this the right time to say it? So those 4 little questions we can practice for the rest of our life to bring mindfulness and compassion into our communications. Listening to ourselves in this way, is it what I'm telling myself? Is it true? Am I saying something true to myself? Is it beneficial, or I'm just beating myself with this? And I talk to myself with kindness. Is this the right time to bring this into my awareness? Or in the same thing whenever we're communicating with another person. And let's move to the last few slides. I don't know if we have time for this, Jackie, to unpack this. I think we will send this to the participants, but it's coping with stress, and this is, yeah, I don't know what to say, because we want time for questions also, correct?
Yeah, there's a lot of great information on it. If anyone wants a copy, please feel free to reach out to me or anyone at Debbie's Dream, and we'll send you a copy. And anyone who registered for today's events, we'll make sure to send this to you as well.
Thank you. Thank you. And this practice, once you begin to take a look at the information, you'll find very easy how to navigate on this chart. So these are things that you can do at home. Whenever you're out of feel upset, just stop, pause, take a breath for a moment, observe what is happening, observe your thoughts, your emotions, your body, and just take a moment until things are a little bit more settled, and then proceed. So this stop, just for a few moments to connect and to allow the energy to settle before you continue doing something or before you say something. Let's move to the next one, please. 1 minute to scan your body while you're waiting to pay at the bank. Just going back to the body and scanning how your body feels, like what we did today, very, very quickly. Coming back to your body. The next one. 2 moments, 2-3 minutes, 1 minute of sitting quietly and connecting to yourself, acknowledging what is here, connecting with the breath or connecting with sounds. Next one. Eating. When you eat, and everybody here eats, we have to eat in order to survive. So look at the way that we eat in this picture. So distracted. Our minds usually go to other things. So taking the time when you eat to see, to taste the food, to look at the colors, experience the fragrance, everything that is present. Next. Walking. If you have the fortune to still walk, bringing the awareness to the soles of the feet and coming back to the present moment by sensing every step. These are moments to rest our minds and to nurture ourselves. And I think this is all. Is there one more? And gratitude. Every day, writing 3 things that you are grateful for. Lots of studies have corroborated the benefits of the gratitude practice. Learning to to be grateful, and three good things every day that you are grateful for. This will help immensely. All right, I think we leave it here. May you practice self-compassion and extend compassion to others. So any questions, any comments, anything?
Thank you so much. So one question we have is, if I want to incorporate meditation into my daily routine, how long should each session be?
A wonderful question. I just addressed that question. It could be 1 minute, 2 minutes, just moments are enough. Continuity is important. A moment here, a moment of connecting with your body, connecting with the breath, and slowly building that, making it a little longer. A body scan that is 5 minutes before you get out of bed, after you go to bed. And so it's about being creative. And you hear 20 minutes is a good way to, to work towards. But what's most important is to begin with moments here and moment there. Continuity of practice is what is most important.
Great. Next one. What is your favorite meditation?
I like walking meditation. When I walk, I take time during the day to walk mindfully, very, very slowly, to bring my mind, And when I notice that I'm rushing, I just, many times I stop and then begin again with a restful energy, because I notice the busyness inside of me and come back. And walking meditation is very, very helpful for me.
Do you have any books that you recommend for meditation or good resources?
Well, the Bible for the program that this mindfulness-based stress reduction, Full Catastrophe Living. That's the title, Full Catastrophe Living. And our lives, are so complicated that. So that book for me has been extremely helpful. Heal Thyself. So the first book is by John Kabat-Zinn, Full Catastrophe Living. Heal Thyself by Saki Santorelli. A book by Chris Germer and Christine F., Mindful Self-Compassion. It's a very, very beautiful book. Those three for now.
Okay. Another question. It's hard to focus on breathing. What is help for your clients or for yourself?
I'm so glad for this question. So glad. Because breathing is not helpful for everybody. And sounds may be something that it comes from the outside. It could be anything that we do with awareness is meditation. I think this is important to say. So if I really look at the tree or the flower in front of me and place all my attention, seeing becomes a way. Any of the 5 senses will bring me back to this moment, because I only see in this moment. I don't see in the past, I don't see in the future. I'm seeing now. I'm seeing this pen now. So, yes, sounds is very helpful instead of the breath. When you find that when you pay attention to the breath is anxiety producing, and it happens to many people, you can just simply open to sounds in your room, the sound of voices, sounds far away. And that's a very, very good anchor, an anchor that works very well for many people.
Thank you. I think we're out of time for more questions today, but Zayda, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your expertise. We really appreciate it.
And Jackie, there is a question here. Andrea asked, can the 3 things that I'm grateful for be the same for a few days? Absolutely, Andrea. It could be there, the same things, for as long as you are grateful that if that's what is arising, these three things, continuing to write them, continuing, and maybe after a year, something else will be there, right? So it's honoring what arises, and gratitude is something that is present in all of us, and we can also cultivate gratitude. We can also, right, water the seeds of gratitude many times a day, and this is very helpful to help us navigate fear, anxiety, difficulties. It bring us back to this moment. Whenever my heart is grateful and I connect at this moment with the gratitude that I feel in my heart, it's here, present at this moment. So the more we cultivate it, the stronger it will grow.
Well, thank you again so much. And I also want to say thank you to our COVID-19 resource and support program sponsors, Merck and Bristol Myers Squibb. Also, if you'd like to learn more information about Debbie's Dream Foundation, please visit our website at debbiesdream.org. If you'd like to connect with Zayda and learn more about her services, please call 508-963-6460, or you can email her at info@heartwellinstitute.org. And you can also reach out to us and we will connect you to her as well. Join us on September 2nd for episode 4, where Dr. Jennifer Akrish will be discussing the power of positive thinking. That ends today's event. And thank you so much again for hosting for us.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And may all things go well for Debbie's Dream Foundation, for each of you. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Brittany, Andrea. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity, and to all of you for attending this program. Thank you.
Everyone.
Bye.